All right. We are going to do the preview for day 2 of Dreamhack Masters here in Malmo. Should we just read out the games so that we know what we're talking about?
Let's just go one by one.
One by one. So the first game is Liquid and Tailu, or Tianlu, if you want to get the proper Chinese pronunciation.
Sounded okay to me.
From the resident Chinese staff member.
That was a good one. That was a good one. It had a nice sound to it.
Thank you. I liked how it sounded too.
So, I mean, from what we've seen today, it's got to be Liquid, hasn't it? Like, does anyone object to Liquid? You
already trying to influence, how things are going to go, Anders? Huh?
Yeah.
Like,
so
influence.
shady.
Yeah. All right, so you're taking Liquid?
Yes.
Yeah. I think the only sane way to go with it is Liquid. Even if Tailu say they wanted to make it out of the groups, they showed us something today. I think it's going to be Liquid.
Yeah, I think it'll be Liquid. I just want to see something from Tailu that makes me happy for the future.
Yeah, because they're supposed to be like the best Asian team.
Yeah.
And if what we saw today is what they're gonna offer and all they have to offer, that's not saying much for my people. So I'd like to see more from my people.
I just feel like
Same League of Legends.
I just feel like at this point, I feel like again, not to bring up any sort of Asian stereotypes, they gotta put the respect like away and then just come in because they were obviously playing they were playing Luminosity's game in that first match.
Well, it's just gotta be like mentally very different for them because obviously you go from only playing in your region to not only flying internationally, dealing with whatever sort of jet lag issues there. Then you're not in the comfort of your own home, your own area. Languages are different, everything's different. So I don't know. I just feel like there's a lot of new novelty they need to get past if they really want to play to their own strengths. But we just haven't seen that yet.
Boom.
Yeah, that's, I think, move on. No reason to. We're going to keep it low, right? Godsend versus G2. The first time we get to see Pronax with his new team, Pulf playing as well. I have to go. I can't not bet on Pulf in this game, so that's it. Pulf going to win it. Make it all the way for the group.
That's so hard.
Godsend, Pronax, Schneider, Pulf. I'm with you.
Schneider for no reason changing his name, of course.
Oh, just because why not? But he doesn't have a sticker in the game, so it's all good, bro.
Yeah, and at least his name is still pronounced somewhat in the same way. But can pro players stop changing their names entirely? There's only so much we could deal with.
Dude, this one's tough because G2 looks like hell, but I cannot imagine that they've fallen this far. And the last time I got crushed on day 1 at the major, they came back and had a sick day 2. Shox had that statement. He was like, I'm not going to say
Existence is still on the roster, though. Smix, what do you think?
Wow.
or why am I saying
Someone's just been wrecking the French lately.
Smix, what do you think? Well, you're right. Existence isn't on the roster anymore. But I'm just going to say G2 just to play devil's advocate. I feel like despite the fact that they don't have Existence, they do have a history of even though they don't actually produce any solid results, they do have a history of taking 1 or 2 maps off of pretty good teams here and there. So maybe it'll happen tomorrow.
I think it's a really even match. Tough to call.
All right, we've got CSGO Lounge versus NIP. So Polish,
NIP.
second best Polish. NIP immediately.
If NIP don't win tomorrow, ooh. They better win tomorrow.
I'll shave my head.
Yeah, okay.
No!
It's already so silky smooth.
Big bets coming out here.
That's a hard one.
It's really not that hard.
Come on.
It's really. I know, but I don't get on this hype train with the NIP thing. It's like love the players individually.
I mean, this has nothing to do with hype, though. It's just.
Well, no, just like the idea that they can still fight back.
CSGO Lounge.
It is CSGO Lounge, though. Right,
going
NIP.
once, going twice.
NIP.
All right, NIP. You're on the NIP train as well.
Yeah, I said that at the start.
All right, I'm gonna go CSGO Lounge because I get a chance to see everyone else.
He always does this. 2 years, he always does this.
All right, you go first on this next one.
Yeah. All right. What's the next one?
Luminosity and Mouse Sports.
Oh wow.
I'm gonna go with Luminosity.
That's
now
an easy one to go
you
first.
bitches.
Okay, he tactically did this so that he would get an easy one to follow up on, right?
You go first for the next one, too.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go Luminosity as well.
Wow. Okay, just falling in line.
Yeah. That's what
I think Lumi should win, but I think it should be close because the last 2 times they played, it was close. I think it was 16-14, 16-13. Lumi won both times, but it was always a close series.
Maybe if Nico can step it up and get 60 or 70 frags, it's
in a map.
There's still a chance, I think, but have to be something like that. We've got Navi. Are you gonna try?
Luminosity. It'll be
right.
close, but Luminosity. They're a little bit too predictable in mouse sports, so I don't think the Fallen will fall for the tricks.
No. Navi and CLG. Who wants to go first?
You?
I'm gonna go with CLG.
Wow!
Navi with a stand-in. CLG, they have a history of getting pretty close to beating even like pretty good European teams. They are, apart from that, a constant disappointment. But I mean, they are just that American team that keeps you hoping, right? Every time they get real close, you think, oh yes, it's gonna be this time. And then
They look so good today, though.
just can't do it. Yeah, they did. But that's how they get you hoping. That's what they do.
Exactly. They
Actually,
play with
But you
fucking
know,
annoying.
speaking of close European teams, one of the teams they had a close series with was Navi.
Yeah.
So,
This is true.
and that was with Guardian. Now without Guardian,
Yeah, that was at IEM, wasn't it?
Cologne.
Yeah, Gamescom.
it was quite a bit ago. But
Yeah.
still,
And Cologne, no. Was it Cologne last year? Yeah, I was in the group stage of Cologne last year. They almost beat them.
it was the major.
All right.
Yeah.
So
I say CLG just because I am a recent American citizen.
I'm gonna.
You can
For the
be-
old American
you
citizen?
can jump the.
I didn't even know that.
I'm a fresh citizen. yeah, since
I
January.
actually, they only win when I bet against them. When I predict CLG to
This
win,
logic
they
doesn't
lose,
work,
so-
Moses. We've tried this already.
clearly,
I got one more. in me. Going Navi.
going Navi.
Wow.
Don't fail me, CLG.
You see, the problem is that when you I've tested this. You know, when you acknowledge the caster bias, the caster
tried-
curse,
I've tried everything.
It actually backfires. It
Tried
renders the
everything.
curse like ineffective,
She was just
impotent.
not said anything.
All right, I have to go with Navi. Starks look pretty good today.
He did look really good today.
And you know, despite the fact that I'm a huge JDM Loungin fan, you know, I just don't know if they can pull it off versus Navi.
All right, well, final game is going to be Astralis and Dignitas. And I'll go first and say I think the Danes are going to win that.
Oh wow!
Jesus.
Funny.
Just
It was like when he
Just
said he
get
would
out
shave
right
his hair
now.
off.
Yeah.
just get out.
It's freaking
Well, I will say,
All right.
Astralis have played Dignitas 5 times this year, and they've never lost. So I think it's an easy Astralis for me. Plus, it's like early on in the tournament, which means Astralis is supposed to win.
I'm immediately tempted to just go against that just because you said that.
Yeah. I'll go with Astralis. They don't lose group phase matches, and even against a team from Denmark, we've seen them struggle in the past. That was a long time ago when they struggled. I mean, Frag White last year. So I mean, I have to give it to Astralis. Group phase match, they have to have the edge.
Going Astralis as well. Dignitas did look really, really good
They
today. The
did.
best we've seen them in a while, so that kind of is a little worrisome for Astralis, but I can't go against them on this one.
I don't care. I'm going to go with Dignitas then. I'm
Jesus.
going
Woo!
2-throw. I'm ready. I mean, it's the exact same thing every time I start to believe in Astralis, they let me down.
Yeah, but this isn't
Yeah,
a
but
playoff match.
yeah,
This
that's
isn't a
way later
playoff
on,
match,
though.
Anders.
We're
The
not in
group
the
stage is
semifinals
true.
or finals yet.
I don't care. I'm
So
done.
silly.
And you
predicting.
realize like
I've given up.
Dignitas looked so good today because Config decided to wake up and go apeshit like halfway through the match.
That's true.
So I mean,
I do want, before we go, I do have just a bit of a shout out from yesterday's video. Guy named Cody Bowman on our YouTube channel
All right.
left a comment. Good one, I thought. Says Sado has a girl T-shirt on. You can tell from the sleeves. LOL. So Sadokis,
No, he just gained a lot of weight.
getting a chance to reply. That could also be it.
It's a normal
but
shirt. He just
really decent feedback, I think. So
Yeah.
keep
And he
the
just looked
comments in
douchey
and
with that
subscribe to the
shirt,
channel, all that stuff.
come to Europe.
Yeah.
They're everywhere.